ultimately this story is a story of redemption, which is a recurring theme throughout literature. But there's one thing that kind of concerns me about this is such a good message, the idea of redemption and to be able to become a better person. But Brendan, do you think that maybe redemption is not possible in the same way today? Just looking at current circumstances with cancel culture, it seems that one sin of your past will forever tar you, and it's so hard to kind of rid you of that. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that's a very important point. We live in anti-redemptive times. It's very difficult to achieve redemption now. We live in very fatalistic times. This notion that people are fairly fixed either by experience or cultural heritage or identity. We tend to judge people by what's fixed rather than what's transformable. And I think not only are we potentially cancelled for saying or doing the wrong thing, but we also are increasingly encouraged to bear responsibility for the sins of our fathers. I mean, if you look at the way in which in Australia and in the US and in the UK, the idea that, for example, all white people are beneficiaries of slavery and colonialism and imperialism, all black people are historic victims, everything is very fixed. And, speaking of the ghost of Christmas past, or the role that the past plays in people's lives, in this story, the past is revealed, or the past is visited as a means of encouraging Scrooge to achieve a greater understanding of himself and his moral failings, and to offer up the possibility of change, the possibility of transformation. But increasingly now, in the contemporary period, the past is used almost as a weapon to remind us why we are like we are, why we enjoy the privileges we allegedly enjoy, and so on. So humanity has a very strange relationship with the past at the moment. History plays this very oppressive role in our lives. We're all supposedly prisoners of history in one way or another. And I think that's another reason why A Christmas Carol has stood the test of time, because people do like the idea of redemption. They like the idea of being able to assume self-governance, control over your life, the moral choice. And so I think it's still a very stirring story to read, a very humanistic story to read, perhaps now more than ever.